Well, Neil, through to the semi-finals of the International Championship, beating Mark Selby, one of the most absorbing encounters of the season so far, I think.
I think the purists and kind of anyone who understands modern snooker would really appreciate that. It was break building and potting of the highest standard, and also just incredible tactical play. So I'm sure the boys who were covering that back in the UK would have loved that. Probably Joe Johnson, Neil Folds, those sort of guys would have really enjoyed the tactical side of things as well. So obviously a lot has been said about the big breaks going in here this week, but if you play good enough safety and you deny your opponent potting opportunities like Mark Selby did for about 3 frames in a row there, where I just never had a shot, you're going to go a long way in this event. And just one of the highest standards of matches I've ever played in, for sure.
Mark just said there that he felt powerless really there. Not many players make Mark Selby feel that way.
No, that's right. I mean, I'm probably one of the few players who can do that, and but the same goes the other way. He's one of the few who can completely shut me out as well. So credit to Mark. He's a top guy. Absolutely love the guy, and obviously he had a lot to play for this week as well with everything that happened to Leicester Football Club and everyone else involved. So I think all the players send their well wishes in that regard, and so a tough week for him, but he did himself very proud today.
We saw you winning in Riga. You're certainly not kind of struggling in the scoring department this season. 29 centuries, I think that is for you now. The next player behind you is Noppon Senkam. He's got 16, so you're a fair way ahead of the field.
But it's. I think that the other guys have also tallied up, a really good amount of centuries as well, and I just seem to be, converting my chances really well. I'm playing really fluent in the balls. A lot of it's down to the hard work I'm putting in on the practice table and getting in, scoring heavy, and that's the way I've always won my tournaments, by being aggressive. And I'm just need to maintain that for the rest of the season. There was a lot of tournaments last year where I felt I wasn't being aggressive enough. I think perfect example is the World Championship, where I just tried not to lose the match rather than go out and attack and win it. So it's sometimes you need a wake-up call every now and again, and that was certainly it. But
of course, you're chasing ranking title number 15. Mark has 15. It would be nice to... you guys are kind of battling all the time, aren't you, and crossing over?
We are. And obviously, you've got to put Ding into that equation as well. But Mark's won 3 world titles, so that clearly separates us. But I'm working as hard as I possibly can to make sure that another one is around the corner, because I would be really disappointed if I retired and only won 1 world title. I think I'm a player who's good enough to win more than one.
Do you set yourself an aim there? Would it be nice to be in the all-time list of the top 5 ranking title winners?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's more events now, so from that point of view, you have more opportunities. But the other way of looking at it is that the competition is just so much harder than what it used to be. I mean, even for myself, 6-7 years ago, you're sort of like half walking into quarterfinals. Really, you don't. As long as you played solid, you pretty much make quarterfinals. Now, you got to play really, really well just to get through a couple of rounds, and that's just fantastic for the game. It's very even, flat draw format, so we don't all just start off in the last 32 anymore, and that's the way it should be.
Depending on how O'Donnell and Stevens get on tonight, potentially 4 left-handers in the semi-finals. You're up against an exciting one, Jack Lazowski. He's been seriously impressive this season, and a player that you've already met in a final.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we played in Riga. I think he probably lowered his colours a little bit in the final, and he's looked really determined ever since. Actually, he's been playing very well, and he's certainly knocking on the door. And it'd be a great match, because Jack plays one way, that's to attack and play free-flowing snooker, so which is what I enjoy as well. So everyone who's going to be watching is in for a good match.
We hope it's half as good as that one tonight.
All right, cheers, mate. Thanks,
Neil.